For a year, AI for Power BI hit one wall. Models were fine. Measures, relationships, table edits, handled. Visuals? Ask Claude or ChatGPT to build a chart with reference lines, a disconnected slicer, a visual calculation, and it falls apart. That wall just closed. I'll show you the exact workflow that gets AI to recreate a 30-minute Power BI build in under a minute, on any dataset. What changed isn't one tool. It's three things that finally line up. PBIP, the Power BI project format. Save as a folder of text and JSON instead of a binary file. Now AI can read your whole report. Skill.md, a markdown file that teaches AI a specific pattern, plus the reference material it needs to actually build it. And Claude Code or Codex, the runtime that reads your project, finds the right skill, and writes the diff. Each one alone is a half step. All three together is the workflow. I'm going to walk you through it, and at the end, I'll show it running live on my own P&L architecture, recreated from scratch on a brand new dataset. Before the demo, 1 minute on why this stack actually works. Past attempts at AI-built visuals failed because the AI was guessing the JSON shape of a Power BI visual from training data. Incomplete, year-old, sometimes invented. PBIP kills the guessing. The report becomes files. AI reads them. Skill.md kills the wrong shape problem. You hand the AI the exact JSON, the exact TMDL, the exact DAX, pulled from a build you already know works. Claude Code is just the agent that wires the two together. It reads your folder, finds the relevant skill, applies the templates, writes the diff. Whoever set up your repo, this works the same way. Step 1. PBIP. In Power BI Desktop, File, Save As. You'll see a PBIP format option alongside the regular .pbix. What it does, instead of one binary blob, you get a folder with two subfolders, .report and .semantic model. Inside, every visual, every page, every measure, every table has plain TMDL and JSON. Readable, diffable, editable by hand. That's the whole foundation. The moment your report is text, AI can work with it the same way it works with code. Step 2. The skill.md file. A skill is a markdown file with a name, a description, and step-by-step instructions for the AI. But the real value is what sits alongside it. Templates, references, real TMDL fragments from your proven build, the exact PBIR JSON of the visual. The DAX measures the pattern depends on. You write the skill once against a pattern you've already built well. After that, anywhere you point Claude Code at a PBIP, it can use that skill to recreate the pattern. Step 3. Claude Code. Install the VS Code extension. Open your PBIP folder. Drop the skill in either the project's local skills folder or your user-level skills folder so every project can use it. Now you ask in plain English. Apply the P&L blueprint to this report. It reads. It asks the few questions it actually needs. It writes the TMDL. It writes the visual JSON. All three pieces together. That is the workflow. Now the live part. I took my profit and loss report, the one with the layout table as spine architecture, a 21-row blueprint table, one SUMX switch engine measure called P&L value, 12 component measures, 2 display formatters, the lot. I saved it as PBIP. I made a copy without the pattern. That's my before. Same model, no layout table, no engine measure, no proper matrix. Just a flat alphabetical mess. Then I pointed Claude Code at both folders and asked it to extract the diff into a reusable skill.md. 7 files came out. The skill spec, the P&L Layout template, the engine measure template with substitution placeholders for the detail account branches, the component measures template, the display formatter template, the matrix visual JSON template, and the 2 real source files as reference. Then the real test. I opened Microsoft's regional sales sample as PBIP. Completely different schema. No account table, no fact called FactGL, no scenario column. just sales and product category. Apply the skill, I said. It asked 3 questions. Which fact has the amounts? Which dimension has the categories? What account IDs to use for each P&L line? I answered. 23 seconds. It wrote a P&L layout table with 12 detail rows and the standard 900 series subtotals. The engine measure with the 12 detail switch branches. The component measures. The display formatter. A new page with a matrix visual already wired to it. Total time. 1 minute, 16 seconds. A board-ready P&L on a dataset the skill had never seen, built from a pattern I had already proven on a different model. One skill is a one-off. The leverage shows up when you build the second. A measure library with a consistent naming convention. One skill. Row-level security roles generated from a CSV of business rules. One skill. A bookmark navigation pattern applied across every page of a report. One skill. A consistent tooltip across every visual. One skill. A theme rebuilt to match a new client brand. One skill. Anything in your Power BI process that takes you more than 20 minutes and follows a pattern is a candidate. Your existing portfolio of reports is your training set. Here's how you ship your first one this week. 1. Pick a pattern you've already built well, whatever you'd most hate to rebuild from scratch. 2. Save the finished version as PBIP, then save a copy with that pattern stripped out. That's your before. 2 folders, same model. 3. Open it in VS Code with Claude Code installed. Point Claude at both folders. Ask it to extract the diff into a skill.md. Check the name and the description in the YAML front matter. Those are how future prompts find the skill, so be specific. 4. Drop the skill in your user-level skills folder. Test it on the same report first, then run it on a different dataset to confirm it generalizes. First skill is the hardest. 10th skill is when you realize your manual Power BI work is mostly behind you. That's the workflow. PBIP plus skill.md plus Claude Code. If your team has a Power BI pattern you've rebuilt by hand more than twice, you have a candidate for skill number 1. Build that one this week, not 10. 1. If you want me to do a deep dive into building a specific skill from scratch, drop the pattern in the comments. I'll pick one for the next video. Subscribe. I cover Power BI plus AI like this. No hype. Real working demos. See you in the next one.